it starts with political will internationally, and it also needs this transparency and people being willing to be clear about who's doing business in their jurisdiction and then cooperate internationally. Those are the big changes that you are seeing today, and what we're doing is squeezing down the space of where criminality can think it will be able to operate successfully in the future. Today marks the beginning of saying that space is going to shrink dramatically, and it's going to keep on shrinking. That's critical if we're not only going to stamp out corruption, but also then we're going to find where those assets have gone to be able to return them back to the countries that they originally came from.
And then they started the actual debate, on the impeachment. And after this moment, it's better to fight corruption in partnership than individually. There are best practices that we can learn from each other, and there are things that we can do working together than working separately. Africa has its own peculiarity in terms of weak institutions. We're still building a lot of those democratic institutions and trying to strengthen them so that they bring a lot more integrity into our processes. And that has been quite an uphill task. We've been working with our international partners. DFID, for instance, has been working with us on a lot of governance issues to do with anti-corruption.
I think it's been a really important day. I think we've seen real progress, and there's been leadership from David Cameron that has driven some results that wouldn't have happened otherwise. So that's really good news. We haven't got everything we wanted, and we were hoping in particular for some further steps to get the British overseas territories to publish information about the companies that are in their jurisdictions on the same level as countries like the UK and France, who have agreed to do that. But overall, we've seen some real steps forward. I think the key test now is in what happens next, and whether these leaders leave London and go back to business as usual, or whether this represents a real shift in thinking, and that the fight against corruption is going to be at the centre of all of government activity going forward from now.
Afghanistan, 100 times,